Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The following video will contain spoilers from the Arrow episode Star City Slayer. So if you don't want anything spoiled or ruined for you, stop watching now. Also, this video will contain language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised. If you cannot handle four-letter words, stop watching now. For everybody else, hey guys, it's Dave. Darker than Damien, more savage than Vandal, and this is the Arrow Roast. I'm telling you what, guys, I have not, in a long while, had this many requests for me to do a roast since this episode. Holy shit. Okay, well, I finally got to watch it. And there's a few things going on. For one thing, it looks like Curtis has been confirmed that he's going to be no longer a regular cast member on the show, so he's going to be taken off to God knows what else. So, which is kind of bad because I was really having hope for him to eventually come into his own, but I don't know. I guess Echo Kellum wants to do something else. I don't know. So he's going to be taken off. So we no longer have the need for the tech guy when we've got Felicity still around, which is bad because, you know, for a while he was just looking like Felicity with a penis. So goodbye to Fei with a pee-pee. That's what can I say. It sucks, but you know, I was hoping we would get a little more out of it. That you know, actually, you know, become more like Michael Holt in the comic books rather than the Curtis Holt that we've got. But it is what it is. So okay. Anyway, so now we've got the Star City Slayer with him threatening all the various outed vigilantes in the group. Well, that's another thing. Every freaking hero on Arrow has been outed. Everyone knows who they all are now. No surprise, no mask, no nothing like that. Once again, I mean, I thought it was the most fucked up thing that the first half of the season had vigilantes that weren't in costume. And now, there's no point to them being in costume, despite the fact that it's supposed to be a comic book adventure show. And with other shit going on, like the reveal of who Black Star is. Oh, and then there was the Native American guy who was an astronaut shot into the frickin' space. That's an old cartoon reference, guys. No, we found out who Black Star is, but I'll get back to that a little later. Anyway, so the gang goes to track down the Star City Slayer in his spooky old house, which I think I've seen a couple different times on a few episodes of Supernatural. And, of course, they decide to split up, which, of course, Curtis is freaking out at, which, you know, it shows he is the most intelligent guy on the show. And, you know, they all go check it out, the spooky place. And, of course, leave it to Tina to go find it, you know, little police captain Tina. So she finds the murder boards and shit. And we find out that the psychopath doing it is, in fact, good old Stanley. Oh, God. Look, this guy was a creepy motherfucker in the prison thing at Slabside. And I gotta admit, later on in the scenes with Oliver and the family paralyzing their ass, this guy's a good actor. He definitely shows that he's a good psychopath here. So that, kudos to him. And we also get the fucking chili in this episode. We get Oliver's chili, but we never get a fucking picture of the chili. All this time of saying no chili, no Arrow, and we just get a fucking side mention. That's about as bad as the fucking West Coast of Great Lakes Avengers comic book where Squirrel Girl takes on Thanos and all the shit happens off screen. How about showing the fucking chili sometime, huh? Give us foodies something. Something! No, you fucking cocksucker. You want all that suspense and paralytic gas and shit. The chili's right fucking there! I digress. Anyway, so Tina finds the murder board, and Stanley decides to, slit her throat. I'm sorry. Look, we saw this shit coming in the flash forwards of the show anyway. We just didn't know when or where. Whoop! Surprise! No, I mean, what happens actually is, see, there's so many excuses of why Stanley did that to Tina. I mean, yes, we got Laurel coming back and actually having like a Birds of Prey episode, so that's going to be good. So we're actually going to have one fucking Black Canary now. The real Black Canary, well, kind of. I'm kind of got a photocopy, but basically, look, I like Juliana Harkavy. She's a wonderful woman, great actress, very physical in the fight scenes, but she should have never been put on the fucking show in the first place. No. You know why we got her? Because the year that she was introduced was the 70th anniversary of Black Canary in the comics. So they felt like it would have been dick if they didn't have a Black Canary, so that's why they ended up making this one. So, I don't know. But, I mean, think about it this way. It was just a lot of executive decisions. I mean, think of it this way. Stanley was trying to be a salesperson, so he was slashing prices. It just happened to be the price on her head. Or worse yet, he was playing producer. CGI budget's quite expensive on Arrow, so they had to make some budget cuts. Oh, yeah, it's just like, she's hogging all the scenes, so, Stanley was like, cut. Hey, everybody do me a favor. Go to Juliana Harkavy's Twitter account, show your sympathy for what happened to her character, and send her a link to Disturbed's The Sound of Silence. Oh, Black Canary without a kind of canary cry. I mean, that's... Oh... Right, what was it, like, did people say that it sounded like a turkey warble for a while? I don't know. Oh, anyway. Goodbye to her vocal cords. Okay. She'll eventually get better, according to the flash forwards. She just won't be able to scream and use her powers or anything, so that's just... Technically, it actually happened to Black Canary in the comics. She was slashed by a psychopath, couldn't use her scream for years, still was a good fighter, eventually got a dunk in the Lazarus pit, and boom, she got her voice back. So, I mean, there's always a possibility, but I'm not really seeing it. Especially with everything leading up to the looks like that next year, one of the Arrowverse shows is going to be going, and it's going to be Arrow, because everyone's looking at Oliver's going to probably die, and all this shit. So, whatever. Let it go out on a high note. They're just trying to show for dramatic tension that, no one is safe. Anyone can be cut. So, okay. Anyone can be cut. Okay, and last but not least, Flash Forward reveals Black Star. The bitch who doesn't seem to like, costume vigilantes, tries to break into the cave, has a vendetta to do against Felicity Smoke. And now we find out why. So we find out that she is Mia Smoke, Felicity's daughter and William's sister. Dun, dun, dun! Right, because apparently no one in Star City can be a family member connected to the Queen and be functional. Oh, for fuck's sake. But now it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, we're thinking maybe it might have been the offspring of, like, Earth 2 Laurel Lance, but no, she's Fei-Fei's baby. Yeah, so Fei-Fei had a baby, and she's a bitch. Can you tell that this show is being written by fucking former soap opera producers? God damn. So, yeah. Curtis is leaving. We got mentions of Oliver's chili, but we didn't actually see the shit. Tina got a cut. Which is really kind of sad. I mean, Curtis is leaving, but Tina's the one that got the deepest cut. Oh, man. And, here's something. Since we now find the identity of Mia, can we, like we call Felicity Fei-Fei? Let's start calling Mia Mimi. Why? Because every time it flashes forward and it shows about her, who's the show about? Me. Who's everyone looking at? Me. Who are they trying to put all the attention of the show on? Me. Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. Oh, biatch. Oh, we don't get Black Feifei. Instead, we get Bitch Mimi. Bam-a-lam. Oh, God. We're supposed to have a whole episode that takes place in the future flash forward thing, too. So, it's going to be a whole episode about, you guessed it, me. God, kick her in the cooter. Make her sound like Beaker from the Muppets.